Welcome to BurghLife FM. It's like radio, only awesome. Give it up for your hosts, Koz and Goldie.
Hey, this is Koz.
And this is Goldie.
And you are listening to another episode of BurghLife FM, show number 6, Goldie. What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome. I'm so excited.
Me, 8. So, thanks for joining us. We've got a lot of good topics lined up for yins. How about that Super Bowl, Gold Ad? I know you're just chomping at the bit to talk about the plays and all that, huh?
It was a good game up until the end. Very disappointing.
I'm still sick.
I was so rooting for the Seahawks.
You know, that whole Deflategate, I know people are like, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal, or it was a huge deal, depending on who you talk to, but the Deflateriots winning just really, really pisses me off. I gotta say, because the Seahawks had it. They had it, and they just let it go.
That bad play at the end just wasn't cool.
Yeah, Lynch should have been running that ball, but, you know, trying to get over it. And hey, at least it wasn't the Steelers losing in the Super Bowl.
That's true.
Yeah, I'd rather have the Seahawks lose than the Steelers in that. But, you know, congrats, Patriots, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you said you enjoyed the halftime show?
Loved the halftime show. First of all, I have to say I am a gigantic Lenny Kravitz fan. And when he sang, I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He was, he's so hot, by the way. Just saying.
We get it, girl. What's your favorite Lenny Kravitz tune right now?
Dun, 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 dun. I know. It's like the only one that what is that?
Many tears I cried.
So much pain inside. And you know I can't sing, but it ain't over till it's over.
It's over.
And that is one of my favorites. I also like American Woman by Lenny Kravitz. That is a good one.
I like Are You Gonna Go My Way? I think that's
I do like that one, yes.
So Lenny just made you quake.
Lenny made me quake.
Missy made you quake.
Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. Let me just tell you how awesome she still is. She still got it. She rocked that show. She was amazing. Katy Perry, amazing. I thought she was
she singing though the whole time?
I kind of thought at one point she wasn't, but who am I? We all know I'm no singer.
You are. You sell yourself short.
But I found the show to be great. You just missed it because I'm on the radio, but I just put my arms up in the air to show Katy Perry.
And it was a moment. It was a moment.
It was a real moment here. No, but it was great.
And those sharks dancing in the background.
Okay, so what's the big shark deal?
I just saw it all over social media. It was hilarious.
Like the left shark.
Yeah,
was the left shark drunk? Like, what's the problem?
I didn't research it. I wish I would
sorry.
have been tipped off that this would be a subject because I would have researched it a little better.
Sorry, I didn't.
I failed you.
You failed me as a co-host. No, I thought the whole show was great. I like that thing she came out on. That was it a tiger or a lion?
Lion, I think.
A lion. She I don't know the way it moved.
Maybe it was a tiger because wasn't that her song? Roar the eye of the tiger.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not up on the song. I loved it.
We'll try to get Katy on the show. Maybe next week, you think? Next time? Yeah.
Yes, Katy Perry, if you're out there.
Kate's, give us a call, right? 976-CHAT.
I always wanted to do that as a kid, by the way, because I love to talk. But
you wanted to be an operator?
No.
Or you wanted to call it?
I wanted to call and chat with other people, but it was like for older people. And when it was popular, we were young.
And dirty people, I think.
I think
it was like a...
Ew. No, it wasn't.
Naughty chat line.
Was it? Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not the one I wanted to call. Remember that one in Pittsburgh? It was like 976, and it was like a teen chat thing. But I was a tween. I wasn't a teen when that one was out. I wanted to call and chat it up with other kids. But
here's a funny story.
Do tell.
In 5th grade, a girl from my school passed out this number at recess or in our classes, was handing them out and told everyone, give this number a call when you go home. It's my sister. You'll hear her. It's really funny.
What was it?
It was a sex chat line.
No, and it was her sister?
I don't know if it was her sister. I imagine her sister must have had something to do with it because I don't know why this 5th grade girl was sending it out. The best is I went to my friend David's house after school that day. I just happened to go to
David that I know?
Yes.
Oh.
I was going to say, yeah.
Hi, Dave.
Went to his house after school and I'm like, hey, I got this number. She said to give it a call. So we called. It was like this recorded thing of this, I remember one. It was a girl saying she was in the boxing ring and she was so sweaty and hot.
Oh my gosh.
And I was, of course, like fascinated with this. So we called like 10 times.
From Dave's house.
From Dave's house.
And Dave's mom was pissed.
Dave's mom was so pissed, and she should have been when she got the bill.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
But yeah, I mean, he got in trouble. She and my mom were like best friends. So she called my mom and said, Koz and Dave called this number, but Koz is the one who got it at school. So yeah, it was.
And your mom was mad at you.
Yeah. I mean, because I could only say so much. Like, I only needed to call it once to know what it was.
Right.
But we called it I made us call it like 10 times.
Oh my gosh. Poor Dave got in trouble because of you.
Poor Davey. All right. What do you think, Goldette? We had brainstormed over a few topics
We went back to Mai Tai. It was amazing. Amazing.
Now, keep in mind, it's been close to a month since we last recorded.
Yes.
So don't judge us too hard that
Right.
we go there every day.
Right. Because we don't. This is only my second time there. And it was so delicious. Again.
So delicious. And they treated us so nicely. And
they did treat us very nice. They gave us appetizers, which were delicious. We had crab rangoon.
Delicious.
Delicious.
And it was packed in there.
It was packed, which I was happy to see because I love it.
Yeah.
And also, the iced tea was delicious. Sometimes when you go places and you order iced tea, it tastes yucky.
Yeah.
This iced tea was delicious, which I think is important because my kids don't let me drink my drinks. They drink them all from me. So I'm like thirsty every night. And so when they go to bed, I just drink and drink, not alcohol drinks. I just drink like water or tea or Coke or whatever it is that I want to drink because I wasn't allowed to drink all day. So to have a good iced tea with your dinner is amazing. Thank you. Sorry to go on.
And the beer was delicious too. I got to admit, they did something to that beer. No, it was just from a bottle, but it was delicious.
That's wonderful. Somebody behind us ordered something that smelled delicious. I don't know what it was, but
is that when you asked for a bite? Is that?
Yeah. It was delicious.
But we brought them a nice little bumper sticker. Got new BurghLife FM bumper stickers in. I'm so excited.
Yes, and if I ever get a new car, I will put it on there.
You do it. Well, I haven't put mine on yet because my car is dirty with salt. So
I know. I'm covered in salt.
So some of the subjects, want to go into them?
Love to.
All right. Childbirth. Go.
Childbirth, go. I have nothing nice to say about childbirth. I've had 3 children. 3 equally horrific births. I have nothing good to say.
What's the big deal? I don't get it. It should be so easy, and you guys make such a huge deal.
Oh, I know you're
totally
kidding me. I know you're kidding me. So the first one, I had a scheduled C-section that didn't happen. I thought, I'm having a C-section. They'll just cut the baby out of me, which is in my opinion, the best way to have a baby. There's no pushing and drama. So we go in. I was 5 centimeters dilated. They started prepping me for the C-section, which I still in my crazy head think I'm going to have, even though I'm having these horrible contractions. And by the way, I had no medicine. Ugh. The doctor comes in and he gets real close to my face. I'll never forget it. And he goes, honey, you're not having a C-section today. You're having this baby right now.
Oh boy.
Yes. So needless to say, I had a baby and it was traumatic. And so they showed me the baby. I was made sure he had 10 toes, 10 fingers. Yeah, my first one was traumatic because I didn't expect it. The second one I expected, but I had a mean doctor who yelled at me. So then the third baby, I asked for a C-section, I think every single doctor's appointment, and they told me no, it wasn't necessary but the third baby just falls out. That's what they told me. Nice. So, and then I saw a specialist who basically said, yeah, you can deliver. So I delivered her, and I think when she was 9 months old, I had to have complete pelvic floor reconstructive surgery, which is horrific. Wow. I don't want to go into that. So 3 terrible births. If I ever were to have another baby, which I doubt because I'm old now, I would go to a doctor that would say yes to a C-section. And I would go to every doctor in Pittsburgh until someone said yes.
Yeah, both of mine were C-section. They were delivered C-section. And the first one wasn't expected, though. We were expecting it to be, the regular old way.
the old-fashioned way, yeah.
And at one point during the C-section, I remember peeking around the curtain. And I had seen all of my wife's organs. Well, she's my ex-wife now, but wife at the time. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is all of her organs were on top of her stomach, and it was a lot to take in at that point in time.
Yeah, that would be traumatic.
Yeah. But, I guess the good thing is the first one was so easy. She recovered so quickly, and my son was this beautiful little baby born on my birthday, actually.
Oh, which is so nice.
best birthday gift I'll ever get, of course. Super, super cute. And then my daughter, it was a scheduled C-section, but that recovery, it was just a harder recovery the second time around, which I think they tell you will happen anyway. So
right, because you're cut in the same place twice, which I guess had I had 3 C-sections, it would be traumatic in a different way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. 3 for sure.
Yeah. I never, even with the third one and everything being so traumatic, I never felt that I didn't want to do it again.
Well, suppose my mom always says you forget the pain and trauma you go through. But I don't know how you forget that stuff.
I don't know. I think because at the end you get such a gift.
We're lucky to have them, aren't we, Goldie?
We are lucky to have them, and they're all so cute.
They are so cute. And, you know, on the flip side, there are some ugly babies out there.
There are some ugly babies out there.
There is a site that I found that I forced Goldie to go to right before we came on air here.
And, you know, what is it called again?
Ugly Babies Are Us.
Yeah. Now, I felt bad because some of those babies were really cute.
They were cute. I don't know about really cute, but they were cute.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't deserve to be on that site. But
the best is some of these babies are pictures that the moms send in and say, love my baby, but, you know, this or that is just, it's got to be fixed.
Well, the thing is, when you have a newborn, only one of my 3 was perfect in the face when they were born because he was the biggest. He was
Mine
the chubby.
both.
You both were, yes. No,
they were. I mean, in my eyes, they were. But.
No, but in everyone, he had movie star babies, so his don't count. Now, my other 2 were cute, but they weren't cute like the middle one because he was so chubby. And I think that helps. Like a chubby baby's cuter because they're not like looking like a skinny bird.
Totally. The chubbier the baby, I think the cuter.
Yeah, yeah. And he really was cute. But I mean, the other 2 were equally cute, but later they had to gain a little weight. They were a little on the thin side.
But we kind of got off of that ugly babies thing, and I really want to go back to it because it just has entertained me for weeks now.
Okay.
I've been looking at that.
Let me look at this while we're talking. Because some of them, I feel really bad because some of them are not ugly.
I guess what I feel bad is, you know, it's almost okay if a mom's going to send in a picture and say, this is my little baby doll, love her to death. But, you know, maybe not the cutest when she was born. But I feel bad more for is the people who just randomly send pictures of babies. I don't know if they get them off their Facebook or what, but that's kind of mean, I think.
That is mean. Yeah, if the mom sends it in, yeah, because some of them are really cute.
But trust me, there are plenty who I wouldn't give that exact description to. So you guys should check it out. All right, how about this whole nursing debate and nursing subject?
I was not able to breastfeed the first baby. I had a husband who did not think breast was best. He couldn't feed the baby, I think was what the big issue was. It wasn't that he wanted, I don't know, he wanted to share in the whole experience, which is fine. And so...
Well, you could pump and then he could feed.
Right. I wasn't able to get that enough milk when I pumped. So
yeah, people really like fight about this where like it's pro versus con and one breastfed and the other refuses to, and these moms are just like really pissed off at each other. It's a really heated topic.
And I think moms need to build up other moms, not tear them down because...
See, I disagree.
No, you don't. If you're a working mother, I think working mothers need to build up other working mothers, not tear them down. And also stay-at-home moms work 50 times harder. I work harder now than I did when I worked. I felt like when I worked, I got a lot of slack from stay-at-home moms. And then there's like a big debate between moms, working moms and stay-at-home moms. And my whole thing is we need to build each other up. Like we both have kids. We both want what's best for our children. We don't need to judge other moms by what they do because what works for me definitely doesn't work for someone else.
Right. And what's the point? It's not a one-size-fits-all in any of these situations. So
no.
Let's move on, Goldette. We also had the topic of kids in sports written down.
Kids in sports. I think I posted something about this a couple weeks ago. Like kids, especially when they're little, are playing sports for the fun of it. We're here to have fun. We are not here to like, oh my gosh, winning is everything.
I totally agree.
And you know, every kid should get to play because that's how they're getting better. And some kids, I mean...
But to what grade would you say should that happen?
I would say, when do sports get competitive? I mean, in high school. So I would say stay up until the 8th grade.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I really do.
When my son played soccer, a lot of his teammates the next year were trying out for the traveling soccer team. Well, that's a little bit different because you get chosen to play. That's competitive. But you don't need to be that crazy parent on the sideline like, win, 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 win. Like, that's not good.
Well, I mean, I do think if it is a competitive team that they do try out for, they do get selected for, it's traveling, I can see then where the whole win-win-win thing comes into play, more so than recreational or community or, after school or school sponsored, where it's just for fun and for good sportsmanship and just making friends and all of that stuff.
Your kid is on the team, not you. And that's where I think parents get confused and get crazy. You don't need that mom or dad screaming from the stand.
Oh, you never need that. I mean, come on.
No.
Even in high school, I remember the parents who were like that. And it was like, this is not you reliving your high school days. This is your kid.
My mom and dad went to every single game my brother played, and he played football. And my brother, which my parents would never do, said to them before every game, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. And my parents never would do that.
Oh, see there? Those are good parents, not wanting to embarrass their kids. All right, let's get on to our last topic that we had written down, which was snow days and how it's different now versus when we were kids.
When I taught, I love snow days. Because who really wants to get in their car and drive to work when it snows?
Heck yeah, you're right.
And then we all could stay home and I could be with my kids, and that was super great. On the flip side now that I don't work, I have to admit though, my son hasn't had many snow days, but I'm kind of like, oh, he's going to be with us all day. So it's sort of, and not in a bad way. It's just different because my younger two children and I have, we do our own thing. And then when we add him in the mix, it's just different, but it's not bad. There was one day last year where I kept him home and they didn't have a snow day because I looked out our window and I saw a bus go sideways down the hill for the high school kids.
Whoa.
And I thought, you know what? No, I'm not putting my kid on that bus.
I do not blame you. Yeah, it's just, to me, like the whole snow day thing, it's just so different than when we were growing up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you really did have to have, I would say, a good 6-7 inches of snow before they'd even consider a snow day. And, maybe for a delay, it could be like 4 with black ice and, and freezing rain.
Do you remember, I don't know if you had hills. I'm sure you did, in the North Hills.
Yeah.
Like, I remember not just once or twice, like a bunch of times our bus would be like going down the hill backwards because it couldn't get up the hill.
No.
And that never happened to you?
I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh. And
maybe
then
I blocked it out.
Maybe. Because we have this one big hill in our neighborhood. And it went down like backwards and it was just so scary. And then he'd gun it and we'd go up the hill again. Oh my gosh, it was so scary. Yeah, you're right. They didn't call snow days when we were little like they do now. But
never.
I know in Maryland they didn't call a snow day, and it snowed so bad then kids got stuck at school. This was before I taught. And so now I know in Maryland they're very liberal with the snow days because of that time in the 80s where all the kids had to sleep over at the school and the teachers. And yeah, that happened in Georgia last year.
Really?
Yes.
Hadn't heard those stories.
Yes, that would be, I think I would lose my mind if my son was stuck at the school in snow and I couldn't get there. And
yeah, I mean, I understand being cautious, but like this past, I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday. They were calling for all the snow on Sunday night into Monday, and nothing happened. We got nothing, but my kid's school was called off, and I had to take a day off of my day job to be with them, which on one hand, I love being with them, but I was working the whole time, and there was not a snowflake that came down that entire time I was with them, and the roads weren't even wet. Like usually you hear, oh, the roads are just wet. They weren't even wet. They were dry. The roads were dry, and I'm like, okay, why are they off school? I don't understand it. And, sometimes it's about the temperature, but the temperature wasn't that low that day either. It's just... They
were being overly cautious. They thought it was going to come and it didn't.
Yeah, but to me, you don't call off school based on what you think is going to happen.
Right. And the thing is, like, what about the parents who get paid hourly that didn't get paid? I mean, I'm sure you got paid on Monday.
Yeah, I did.
So... I mean, that's what makes me feel bad is what about the parents that have an hourly job where they don't get paid?
Right, you're right.
And then they have to take off or to pay a babysitter all day. I mean, that's just, it's a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
I hear you. Like, it's a pain in the butt. Hey, I think that's it for tonight.
Yes, Katy Perry, if you're listening, please get in touch.
We'd love to have you on the show.
Faux show. Thank you all for listening. It was a fun time, as usual. I mean, when isn't it?
It always is fun. I always enjoy myself. Don't forget, we have our BurghLife bumper stickers and our BurghLife
bulletin.
Woohoo!
Yes, so keep an eye out for that, and thanks again for listening.
Thank you so much. Good night.
BurghLife FM is a production of BurghLife. All rights reserved. For more information or to sign up for the BurghLife email list, visit burghlife.com.